Howdy everyone, today I'm making more of an personalized mod list video. My channel is made up of showing FNB mods, so I download mods almost every week, but most of them I uninstall after I am done with them. But there are some mods that I consider essential for my enjoyment. Today I'll mention these mods, so you may know how my game looks the way it does and how it plays the way it does. Before starting, I would like to state that I am using Viva New Vegas as my baseline, and I recommend everyone does that. For visuals like weather effects, I switch between two mods. One is Altitude. It is a Vanilla Plus weather mod. What it does is it keeps the base game aesthetic but makes everything look more consistent. Along with that, this mod adds subtle variations to the same weather to keep things fresh. The only reason I sometimes switch to other weather mods is the amount of overcast days. Altitude doesn't cause rain, but it does causes cloudy skies, which makes everything look very drab. Because I do mod showcase videos, I kinda need to have as much clarity as possible, so this weird visual flatness can become frustrating. This is why I switched to Western Skies. This mod adds Orange's Western weather aesthetic. This mod features new high-res skyboxes, better sandstorms, optional darker nights, and specialized weathers for certain areas of the game. Western Skies sunsets and sunrises look beyond beautiful. Just make sure to use another mod called Western Sky Patches, as the base mod has some bugs. For landscape overhaul, I use Sandstone Desert. It replaces the ground and boulder texture to kind of Fallout 1 style. It looks really good in my opinion. It has a smooth look to it and I really love it. I use a power armor texture overhaul mod called Pave, or Power Armor Visual Enhancement, that not only upgrades the textures but also makes them more shinier without making them cleaner necessarily. So the power armors actually look like power armors and not some rusted heavy armor. I also use a effects overhaul mod called Special Effects. This mod literally overhauls every single notable effect in the game. Smoke, boom, done. Plasma, boom, done. Muzzle flash, done. This also adds high quality particle effects like glass, ground, wood, metal, etc. This is a really good mod and I feel like it's kinda underappreciated. I think more people should have it. I also use two visual mods that are meant to reduce some uncomfortable visual effects. These are No Motion Sickness, which turns up the blur when you get hit, and No Explosion Blindness, which turns up the weird flashbang effect when things explode near you. It's weird, I think. This is more blinding than the actual flashbang in the game. But to complement these nice visual effects, we need some nice animations. I am a magnet for immersive animation mods, such as New Vegas Animation Overhaul Guns and Melee. These two mods are my go-to for ranged and melee weapon animation overhaul. The animations are excellently made and most unique weapons have over-the-top equip and reload animations. I then pair these two with FNB Clean Animation Grenade, Throwing Weapons, and Explosive Mines pack.
Check your fire.
These mods cover the said category of weapons. Grenades and mines get much needed visual flair, but the throwing weapons especially benefit as they feel more weighty now. Of course, these guns need to move in a weighty way. For that, I use B42 Inertia. I assume most of you are familiar with this mod, so I'm not gonna explain it further. I also use some immersive interact animation mods. The first is Hit Inject Season 1. This mod adds fantastic animations for a lot of main aid items. These include fan favorite items like Stim Pack, Buff Out, Doctor's Bag, Radaway, and much more. My favorite is the turbo animation, which is this weird spray that turns everything slow motion. I also use Hit Interact Animations pack. This mod animates a lot of quest items, interactions, and also some regular interactive items. Quest items include the Platinum Chip, Penis Lighter, Penis Siggy, and much more. Regular interactions include opening and closing doors, lock picking, hacking, and few more. I highly recommend this mod if you wanna make your New Vegas more immersive. I also recommend B42 Loot. This mod adds pickup animations when you loot something. This can look fine to goofy depending upon what you are looting. For my character, I use three animation mods. The first one is 360-degree movement, which lets me move in backwards rather than always facing the front. I pair it with diagonal movement. This mod lets me strafe sideways, which is very helpful both to avoid enemy attacks and better positioning. I also use a movement overhaul mod called Enhanced Movement. This mod adds so many new movement opportunities, it's insane. To start things simple, it adds slight inertia when you move sideways in first person, better sprinting animations, shooting while sprinting, proning, moving while proning, shooting while proning. automatic lean, and with doing all that, it's still compatible with both of the previous mods. I highly recommend it. For UI and some quality of life features, I use just assorted mods that have many features such as hit indicators, hit markers, gun-based custom crosshair, weapon wheel, and a few more features. I literally installed this mod before my channel was even a thing and been using it since. I also use an aim assist mod called Soft Lock Aim Assist that lets me aim better with my controller. For sound overhaul, I use two pretty big overhaul mods. The first one is All Weapons Sound Overhaul Modern Edition. This mod takes the weak ass sounds from the vanilla guns and replaces them with punchy loud ones. Back in the day, I used to use JSRS mod, which mostly added realistic sounds. Awesome is not necessarily realistic in its sound, but feels better to hear. Atmos Ambience Overhaul mod is almost a 2 GB sound mod that is associated with adding more detail to the ambience of many areas by adding great sounds to the game. Lastly, a few mods that help me make these videos. I use a few more poses and Jokerin's pose pack alternatively to make my thumbnail poses. I use the Siri and Geralt presets by Zizay to again make the thumbnails. I use Goro Majima jacket made by Forest Boy Gamer to get my drip in the game, and that's it. Most of the other mods I mostly use for a week or a month and then just uninstall. These are the mods that stay in my load order. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please leave a like and give your thoughts in the comments. Special thanks to channel member Huge Ass for supporting this channel and help make these videos. As always, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.